Inequalities on the number line is what we're looking at in this video. So it's split into 4 parts. We're going to start off by looking at drawing a number line given an inequality, and then reading from a number line the inequality, and then writing out the possible values of an inequality, and then finally looking at harder examples like this one here. So the way I'm going to do is, I'm going to do the example on the left, which is I do. You are then going to press pause and have a go at the example on the right, which is you do. So in this case, you've been asked on the number line to show the inequality 1 less than or equal to x less than 5. So we've got this inequality here. The first thing you want to do is just put a circle where 1 and 5 is. So a circle on 1, a circle on 5, connect them together. So these are all the values of the inequality. Now, because this one is less than or equal to, we're going to color this one in. So we're going to have a filled dot here. And that is all there. So hopefully you've pressed pause and had a grab example on the right. So you're going to put a circle there and a circle there. So that's at -4 and 0. You're going to connect that together. Now you're going to decide, do I need to fill any of these in? Well, yes, this one needs to be filled in because it's less than or equal to, so you just fill that one in. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. Now moving on, we've been asked to read from a number line. So we've been given this number line here. We can see the variable here is x. So we can write down, well, this one here is -2. This one here is 1. So we can write that down. We can write the letter. So the letter is x. And let me just zoom in a little bit here. So let me just write that again. So I've got a bit more space. So -2, 1, x is the letter. And we can see that this one is colored in. -2 is colored in. So that is going to be less than or equal to. Okay, so all you're doing is looking at the circles to start with and then the letter. So the letter here is n. So hopefully you've pressed pause and had a go at this. So the letter here is n. The value on the left is -4. The value on the right is 4. Both of them aren't colored in, so we can just put these two symbols in there for the inequality. And that is all here. So again, here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. And the letters, remember, are coming from there. So moving on, we've been now asked to write down all possible values of n for the following inequality. So for this one, all the possible values are going to start, well, we're not going to include -5 because it's not less than or equal to, and we're not going to include -2, so it's going to be 4, -4, -3, -2. Well, no, it's not going to include -2 either, so it's just going to be them two values. Again, hopefully you've pressed pause and had a go at the example on the right. So here I'm going to start off at -3 because it's inclusive. Then we're going to go -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to stop just before 4 because there isn't an equal to symbol on here. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. Now with this one, it can seem a lot trickier than the last one we've did, so I'm just going to zoom in a little bit here. So the first step here is it wants all values of n. So the first step here is write down all the values anyway, as usual. So that's going to be 3, 4, and 5, because 6 isn't included. Okay, now that we've done that, notice it's n plus 1. So we're going to do the opposite here. Because it's n plus 1, we're going to do -1 from all of these. So that's going to be 2, 3, 4. And that is my answer. Now you can substitute these in to check that. If I put 2 in here, that becomes 2 plus 1, which is 3. 3 is allowed. If I put 3 into here for n, 3 plus 1 is 4. That is also allowed. And finally, if I put 4 into here, 4 plus 1 is 5. And 5 also sits between these two. Okay, so there's just one extra step here because there was a +1. So the first step is as usual. So hopefully you've pressed pause and had a quick example on the right. The first step is usual. We're just going to write out all the values. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's the normal step. The second step is doing the opposite of whatever n's got here. So because it's a -1, we're going to add 1 to each one of these. So that is going to become 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And that is all the possible values of n. And you can test this because if you put 7 into there, 7 minus 1 is 6. Now, does 6 fall within this range? Yes, it does. And you can also test it on this one. 3 minus 1 is 2. Does 2 fall within this range? Yep, we're allowed to have 2. So here's some practice questions. Press pause and have a go. Here are the answers. Mark your work. Now, if you would like some more practice on this, I've got a full worksheet linked down in the comments below. And if you found this video useful, I've got loads of other content like this. Do check it out.